Hi, you guys. Welcome back to All Things Spiritual with Chantal Jones. We are going to start where we left off, of course. Today, we are going to continue diving into the chakras. But before I do that, there was a chart for those who are still working with your archetypes and deciphering your family of 12. Here are 2 charts to help you. Okay? There is no rush. Everybody take your time. It was just a chart that was in the book that I forgot to post for you guys. So, starting today, we are beginning with the 4th chakra. The lesson of this chakra is love is divine power. The power of this chakra is love and compassion. The strengths are forgiveness, dedication, inspiration, hope, trust, the ability to heal. The shadow is jealousy, anger, resentment, and the inability to forgive. The 4th chakra is the heart, center of the body, as the keeper of wisdom and the power of forgiveness and release. This chakra rules the process of transformation. The heart center regulates all issues related to emotions, from love, compassion, generosity, and empathy to hatred, jealousy, and malice. The heart chakra also governs the spiritual challenges of forgiveness of others and of oneself. The power of this energy center animates the life that surrounds you, lending all activities and exchanges personal texture and significance. And although each of your chakras serves the whole of your energy field, the 4th is the most vital of all, because love, passion, envy, generosity, compassion, and all the emotions connected to your fears and other strengths reside here. Where your heart is, there is your power. Without this energy, nothing in your life can manifest or flourish, from your romantic relationships to your artistic creativity. Your 4th chakra perceptions also automatically assess your emotional response to a physical setting or relationship. Do you feel love or anger towards someone in your vicinity? Does someone appeal to you emotionally? You may not even be consciously aware of a chakra's assessment, but it passes them on energetically to your 5th chakra to determine how you will communicate your response to those around you. The 4th chakra also regulates emotional inspiration of the kind that can inspire great creativity, such as songs and love poetry. Okay, so up next we have the 3rd chakra. The lesson of your 3rd chakra is to honor yourself. The power of it is self-respect. The strengths of this chakra is self-esteem, self-discipline, ambition, courage, generosity, ethics, instincts, and intuition. The shadow is advocating personal power of choice out of a need for approval or narcissistic behavior. Continuing down the spinal column, the next chakra corresponds to the solar plexus, located between the navel and the sternum. This is the power center of your self-esteem, personality, and ego. All of your interactions with people begin via your 3rd chakra. The insecurities that arise from a lack of self-esteem generate an almost disabling degree of vulnerability. You are unable to hold your center or withstand criticism. You have trouble expressing your opinions and needs and drawing your boundaries of self-protection. You don't trust your intuition. Without self-esteem, we lack the courage to carve our place in the world and may end up being controlled by other people. Your 3rd chakra is, in effect, your loudest voice, and it is also your intuitive guide, hence the term gut instinct. According to your third chakra's initial impression, your other chakras either shut down, send warning signals, or open up to welcome the person into your energy field. Although your five senses provide your mind with the lay of the external land, the sensory system of the third chakra conveys the feeling of the land, from sensing what could be hiding behind the bushes to feeling an atmosphere pregnant with potential and opportunities. The third chakra is also the place where you define your sense of integrity and your personal code of honor. The fifth chakra regulates the choices you make in expressing and living up to that honor code, but the third is the center where that code is first formed. The more fully your third chakra values are developed throughout your life, the more positively they will be expressed by your fifth chakra choices. This energy center resonates with your integrity, personal pride, and dignity, which are the positive aspects of the ego. Shame, loss of faith, and a lack of personal identity are the power crises of this chakra. An honor code is essential for you to maintain a healthy spirit and body. Compromising your values or lacking a spiritual backbone puts you at physical and spiritual risk. On the material plane, your third chakra lets you know where you stand in a given situation. Its energy directs you to the location in any physical setting that is most advantage to your sense of self-esteem. How you will protect yourself to other people. In a social gathering, for instance, this chakra energy might direct you to stand against a wall, sit in a chair in a corner, or position yourself in the middle of the room and move from one group of people to another. At a business meeting, the third chakra is continuously sending you messages about where best to sit and where to address your attention. Okay, next we have the second chakra. The lesson of this chakra is honor one another. The power of this chakra is creativity. The strengths are surviving instincts, including the fight or flight, resilience, perseverance, ability to create and take risks, sexuality and sensuality, and also financial acumen. The shadow is disempowering or using others for your own advantage. This chakra is centered in the sexual organs and lower back region. While the power inherent in the first chakra is part of our tribal family or group energy, the energy in the second focuses on your individual ability to manage the power of sexuality, money, influence, or control over other people, competition, and self-defense. Chakras located near each other overlap somewhat in their focus, and these powerful second chakra energies are all clearly related to survival. Also, a first chakra and third chakra concern. Our ability to make and handle money, our sexual orientation, and attitudes around sex, and our relative level of personal power and ability to use it are all governed by agreements we have made regarding the second chakra. On the level of physical perception, your second chakra automatically evaluates any situation according to how it affects your survival. So examples like, are you physically safe? Are there any financial implications? Is your power in this situation threatened by someone bigger, stronger, richer, or even sexier? A part of you instinctively assess each moment of your life for its potential threat to your survival. Even if you enter a room full of loving friends and family, for example, your brain and body still scan the room and the energy around you for any impending physical dangers and negative attitudes. You also automatically scan for any threat to people you love. How often have you felt on running into a friend or family member or thinking of someone that you knew something was wrong, even though you could not identify it? Through this energy center, you are attached to your addictions, regardless of whether they are drugs, work, or other habits. Having to be first in line or needing to have the last word in a discussion or a debate with someone is a form of addiction, as surely as alcoholism or overeating. Addiction is the act of giving away your power to a substance that in turn controls you, a type of second chakra tug of war. This is the fight or flight chakra that is another manifestation of your survival instinct. It is also the center of your body that thrives on creativity and your need to give birth, either literally or figuratively, to creative projects. But if birth is associated with this chakra, so is literal and figurative abortion. When creative projects or activities in which you are involved in cannot be completed, their premature death represents an energy abortion. Given this perspective, men as well as women should recognize that they have abortions, okay? So, in the book, she talks about how many of the men that she read for who were coping with prostate cancer had their creative projects aborted in midstream. The act of rape and the energy of vengeance are also products of the second chakra. In this sense, rape is a violation not only of one's physical body, but also of one's emotional, psychological, and creative life. Many people carry the scars of rape in their psyches, but because they have no association with rape as an energy crime, they are completely unaware of the source of their trauma, much less how to heal it. You may have many contracts with people that will come to light consciously when you evaluate your energy bond with them through issues related to this chakra. Because all second chakra issues are somehow concerned with physical survival, this chakra reflects some of our deepest vulnerabilities. Even when we get an insight that sheds a spiritual light on a painful situation, we may have trouble coming to grips with old feelings of hurt, anger, and rejection. So to free yourself of these feelings and anger or old wounds, you have to climb the ladder back up through the chakras until you can view a painful experience symbolically and objectively. Healing can sometimes take practice, and this inner work of viewing your history symbolically is rarely completed overnight. Do not rush it. It takes time. Okay? Okay. Stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Because we are down to the first chakra. The lesson of this chakra is all is one. The power of this chakra is groundedness. The strengths would be family identity, bonding, and loyalty. The shadow is excluding others, prejudice, illusions of superiority. Okay? Ooh, okay, y'all. I thought my video had messed up and I was about to lose it. Okay. Get my composure back so we can talk about the first chakra. Woo! Alright, so the first chakra corresponds to the area where the body makes contact with the earth when seated in the classic posture of meditation. It grounds us in physical life. In the physical arena, every experience, every encounter we have automatically engages our first chakra, which assesses our immediate environment for the basic details of size, shape, people, and all other factors that relate to physical characteristics. The first chakra also grounds us to the groups that support our life. Our relationship with power begins with learning how it works within our family and other social groups of tribal connections, including friends, gangs, religious affiliations, and social class. Other forms of group power connections include genetic inheritance, ethnic heritage, and national identity, as well as group beliefs, values, attitudes, and superstition. An enormous supply of your energy is invested in potent beliefs common to thousands or millions of other people. Many people have been told that a certain illness runs in their family, for example, and they have a natural propensity towards that disease. So, as a result of having this notion reinforced in their psyche, they invest their energy in that thought, giving it power and authority over them. So I know everybody has heard about, or you've heard where your family talk like, cancer run in the family, thyroid run in the family, high blood pressure run in the family. So it makes, generally, depending on who you are and how your mind is, it makes you think or be on the lookout for certain things to happen to you, because that's what you have been taught and that's what your energy has become invested in, because that's the beliefs of so many thousands and millions of other people. Okay? Your chakras, like your archetypes and contracts, are essentially neutral, providing you with energy strengths or vulnerability depending on how you make use of their energy. Your first chakra, for instance, connects you to family loyalties, traditions, rituals, social laws, and many positive elements of society that give you a sense of identity. So, in this book, she stated that she believed that we agreed to be born to parents whose genetic traits and family lineage provide precisely the assets and liabilities that will help us most in learning and contributing what we need to make it to in this life. So, for instance, she speaks about how our parents' financial situation, their level of intellect, their psychological and emotional predispositions, and geographic locations are all a part of the equation that yields the sum of our own life. There are no accidents of birth, as the phrase goes. Everything is provided for your particular journey, including the social, ethnic, and religious value systems of your family, which form the foundation of your consciousness and the lens through which you will first encounter life. Now we're going to talk about the 3-column model, okay? It's a user's guide. This is what the 3-column model looks like from the book. So although the chakras appear to progress in a logical fashion form from bottom to top, a shift in energies occurs between the 3rd and 4th chakra. This change is so clearly defined that she talks about considering the 7 traditional chakras as actually 2 distinct systems with the human psyche in the bottom. I'm going to tell you why. So, to illustrate the configuration, she divided the chakras into 2 columns. The first, or left-hand column, contains chakra 1, 2, and 3. The second columns, chakras 4 through 7. The 2 teams of the chakras function on very different levels of consciousness. The first column chakras are aligned to physical power and the physical plane of life, to the experiences that concern our survival. They are fed information by our 5 senses. How much power we give to money, sexuality, authority, fame, control, social position, and other manifestations of our physical world is regulated by these 3 energy centers. The second column chakras are aligned to the internal forces of our minds, hearts, and spirits. She refers to that column as a person's internal laboratory because these chakras resonate with the energy dimensions of life. A symbolic line of separation exists between our sensory experiences and our internal lives. We are often unaware, for example, that our response to external objects is the result of emotional and psychological projections that come from a repertoire of personal experiences. We view physical reality through an elaborate set of internal filters that prevent us from seeing things as they really are. So, in studying how emotional stress and trauma leave their marks on our personal biology, she learned that healing requires a merger of these 2 polarities of the psyche. Your internal world has to find a way to build a bridge to your external world so that you can see through to the truth that connects your intentions with that of what you actually do. Archetypes are the most effective bridge between these worlds. Identifying them and working through the information inherent in each of your chakras will help you see your life more clearly. The archetypal patterns are represented by the 3rd column. Together, these columns illustrate the 3 levels of consciousness through which we experience reality. The first column signifies our physical lives. The second column denotes our psyches and spirits. And the 3rd column contains the archetypal coordinates of our sacred contract, the 8th chakra. The 3 columns represent how we function simultaneously and on the physical plane, the internal plane, and the collective symbolic dimension. Okay? Once we are awakened to something, right? A truth or an injustice, we are held accountable and must take action according to that truth. We can't ignore it or suppress that awareness. There is no going back. Once we acknowledge a truth to ourselves at the conscious level, our lives will change dramatically and quickly. If we become aware, for example, that forgiveness is a higher path than vengeance, a part of our psyche and soul becomes relentless in reminding us of that truth whenever we must choose forgiveness or vengeance. When it comes to the soul knowledge, we are born already knowing what we need to do. With the 3 column model, you can begin to perceive and function simultaneously with the physical, internal, and symbolic dimensions. You can develop this triple vision by using the 3 column model. In essence, triple vision is the ability to remain centered in any situation, whether it be joyous, disturbing, or neutral. It will give you poise and perspective. When you can translate any physical experience into archetypal coordinates, you are able to understand your emotional responses to that situation. The 3 column model gives you a way to consolidate your many perceptions into a higher power prism that reveals the symbolic interconnection of your experiences. This is actually the intent of spiritual practice. To see through the seeming disorder of everyday life, past your illusions, and into the underlying divine order. The lens of the three windows help you ignite spiritual alchemy, the process through which we convert physical perceptions from their leading manifestations into their highest expression, the spiritual or golden level. So, I'm going to end this video here because this is going to go into more of the 3-column chart. And on the next video, I'm going to show you guys that chart and we will continue. So as of now, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated, and be blessed.